Southland band crisply marches into the Giant Sea. The rear, the roar of 97,000 fans rises with each rhythmic step. In the background, George Beatsis is singing Fight, Balls, Fight. The orange and white Shakers flood the air. The Volunteers are ready at the north end of the football field to burst through the gate. They're coming now, racing onto the field through the Giant Sea. In that magic moment that says, wherever you are, it's football time in Tennessee.
Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. You can see there, it is now official. College Game Day tweets it out. Hey, Rocky Top, we are back. Tennessee set to take on Alabama Saturday, 3:30 kickoff. It is officially Alabama Hate Week. There's no better way. There is absolutely no better way to start Alabama Hate Week than this right here.
We don't give a damn about the whole state of Alabama, whole state of Alabama, whole state of Alabama. We don't give a damn about the whole state of Alabama. We're from Tennessee. We don't give a damn about the whole state of Alabama, whole state of Alabama, whole state of Alabama. We don't give a damn about the whole state of Alabama. We're from Tennessee.
So what I wanted to do is just put out a quick video. I already put out the day after earlier, breaking down that Tennessee LSU game. If you missed it, make sure to go back and check it out. But I wanted to get the news out there that College Game Day has announced that they are returning to Rocky Top this Saturday. So once again, the stage is set. We talked about how big that Pitt game was, going on the road to take on a top 15 opponent. And then you fast forward that Florida game, 3:30. College Game Day, Checker Neyland, a huge, huge atmosphere. Tennessee gets the monkey off their back. Then they go on the road to Death Valley, and they take care of business. They don't just beat LSU, they dominate LSU on the road, run them out of Death Valley. Now we move on to the next step, and that may be the biggest hurdle of all. That is getting to Nick Saban. Can Tennessee end the streak? Tennessee is nationally relevant again. I am sick and tired of people in this fan base saying, well, Pitt wasn't really that good. Well, Florida wasn't really that good. Well, LSU's not really that good. Guys, we are 5-0 with 3 wins over ranked opponents, 2 of those being road games. It is time to celebrate. Time to celebrate just how good this football team is. But I wanted to put out a second video because it is building. The national stage is set. Tennessee versus Alabama. Go ahead and smash that like button just below the video. It's quick, it's free, it's easy. If you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts. We are not insiders. We are fans just like you. For the fans, by the fans. If you like what we do, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Again, the day after video dropped earlier this morning. I'll be live tonight at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, so make sure you come hang out for that. And then we've got tons and tons of content coming your way this week. But let's talk a little bit about this Tennessee-Alabama game. Can Tennessee take down Alabama? Can they get it done? Alabama undefeated on the year, but they have not looked like the Alabama of old. They look beatable. Alabama looks beatable. Now, early, right out of the gates, you can see there, you go to ESPN, FPI, they've got Alabama as the favorite, 69.8%. Pretty heavily leaning towards this Alabama football team. You scroll down just a little bit, you can see the line set right there at 9.5. Alabama, 9.5 point favorites. Where does this game go? Tennessee, I think, early thoughts on this Tennessee-Alabama football game. Tennessee's going to have to come out, and they're going to have to play perfect football. They're going to have to play clean football. Something we didn't really talk about in that LSU game was the number of penalties that Tennessee had, and that's something that is kind of par for the course for Josh Heupel coached teams. You see a lot of penalties, and yes, some of that is because they do go fast. Up-tempo, they run more plays. The other teams are going to run more plays. Therefore, you're going to see more penalties. Crucial, protect the football. And, you know, we talked about that. Tennessee did not turn the football over against LSU. Somebody pointed out in the comment section of the video this morning, they put the ball on the ground 3 times. Hendon Hooker had 2 fumbles, and then Jalen Wright also put the ball on the ground. But Tennessee fortunate enough that they did not turn the ball over against LSU. You do that against Alabama, they're going to make you pay for it. You can see the stats there on the screen. Pretty close matchup here. Alabama averaging 44.3 points per game. Tennessee at 46.8. You flip over defensively, Alabama a little bit more stingy, only giving up 12.5 points a game compared to 17.8 per game for Tennessee. And that's something, we talk about. Tennessee doesn't need to have an elite level defense. They just have to be good enough. But if you're going to go win a national championship, if Tennessee is going to be legitimate national championship contenders, they are going to need an elite level defense. But again, we are in year 2, guys. This is year 2 of the Josh Heupel era, and we are talking about competing against and beating the top-ranked football team in the country in Alabama. But again, this year, they have not looked like the Alabama of old. Very beatable in that Texas game. Texas could have and probably should have beat Alabama back on September the 10th. They gave Arkansas a chance, pulled away from them late, and then Texas A&M last night had every opportunity to go and beat Alabama. I'm glad they didn't. Let's be honest. Let's be real. I'm glad that Alabama is going to roll into Knoxville ranked number 1 in the country, maybe number 2. They've been kind of bouncing back and forth. I hope they leave them as the top-ranked team when they come into Neyland Stadium this coming Saturday afternoon. Again, 3:30 kickoff. You go back to the numbers. Total yards per game. 504 yards per game for Alabama. 547.8 total yards per game for this Tennessee offense. Now, I don't know where that ranks nationally now going into the LSU game. Tennessee, the number 1 ranked offense in the country, guys. Year 2. Year 2. Rewind a year and a half ago where this football program was at. Absolute rock bottom. Enter Josh Heupel. A lot of people in this fan base are having to Google who Josh Heupel is. They don't like the hire. They're not confident. They're out here saying 3 wins, 4 wins for year 1. Josh Heupel goes out and gets 7. People aren't happy. People aren't happy. People aren't satisfied. Josh Heupel opens up this season 5-0, 3 wins against ranked opponents, and there are people, and they're few and far between, guys. They are few and far between, but there are people in this fan base that's not good enough for. Going and beating a top 25 LSU team 40-13 on the road in Death Valley is not good enough for some of the people in this fan base. I think you need to open your eyes and realize where this football program is at. Number 1 ranked offense in the country in year 2. What happens when we continue to build that momentum on the recruiting trail? When we continue to add players like Nico Iamaleava? What happens when Rodney Garner continues? We saw Joshua Josephs make that big sack yesterday. We see him flash all year long. Kid's a true freshman. What happens when James Pierce comes along? What happens when you get the full potential of Tyree West? What happens when Caleb Herring and Shandavion Bradley get on campus? What happens when we flip guys like Carnell Tate or Francis Mauigoa? That's going to happen if you continue this momentum of being 5-0 and ranked in the top 10. What Josh Heupel is doing in year 2 tells me that he is the guy and Tennessee is back. Defensively, they have to be better. You look at the numbers match up against Alabama. They only give up 250 yards per game. And then again, 12.5 points per game. Tennessee giving up almost 400 yards per game. Over 300 yards passing. Run defense for this football team, very, very good. Under 90 yards per game, almost similar to Alabama there. But that's the numbers match up. Another big question mark, obviously, going into this game is going to be the health. The health of Bryce Young. Is he going to play? They said he was questionable. Questionable going into the Texas A&M game, but he does not play. Jalen Milroe, 12-19, 111 yards and 3 touchdowns. Did have an interception against Texas A&M, but what he does with his feet, he is electric. Had 83 yards on the ground. We'll see what happens as the week plays out. I would imagine we're not going to get an update on the health of Bryce Young. We'll see. But I wanted to get out another video. Tons of content coming your way this week. But College Game Day returns to Knoxville this Saturday. That's not something they typically want to do. They don't typically want to visit the same campus multiple times, particularly within a matter of weeks apart. But this game cannot be denied. It is the biggest matchup in the country on Saturday afternoon. Tennessee has an opportunity to go make a statement and prove that they are back. The next one's always the biggest one. Hit that comment section. Let me know your thoughts. As always, make sure you smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. And you want to go pick this up because this is a limited edition shirt. Buck Fama. It is going to be gone forever on Saturday. So do not miss out. Go get one right now. Bonfire.com/store/TalkinVAWLS, because again, It is going to be gone on Saturday after the post-game show. The link is also in the description below. You can click that. Go check out all the merchandise. We appreciate the support. We appreciate the love that you guys give this channel. Shout out to all the members. Thank you for the support. You can support this channel for as little as 99 cents a month or as much as $10 a month by hitting that join button down below. You get access to custom Talkin' VAWLS emojis, fan call-in shows, all kinds of fun stuff. Again, busy week. Tons of videos coming your way. Live tonight, live tomorrow morning. The morning show returns Monday morning, 9 a.m. Eric Kane of VolQuest.com will be here on the show. Also, Locked On Vols. He'll be here hanging out at 9 a.m. Tuesday night, 9 p.m. fan call-in show. Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Ben McKee of the Swain Event and 24/7 Sports will be right here on the Talkin' VAWLS Network talking about that LSU game, expectations, hype, and building up to that Alabama game. But that's going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin' VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.